Guys, we have a Chevy V8 engine that will soon be ready for our rear-wheel drive Honda Prelude. Now, if you look behind me, you'll see that we finally checked off picking up the engine block, and I'll show you that in a few seconds. But we're still waiting on some parts so that we can build this engine. So in the meantime, let's get the engine bay ready to go. So my goal today is to get this completely stripped down, cleaned, and painted. That way, when the parts come for the block, we can start building it and we can drop it in the car. Yes, guys, the block is finally here at the shop. It's just a block, but it's here. Some of you guys may know that I had 2 engine shops working on my stuff because they're so booked right now. These guys finished boring out the block, so now we have a Chevy 350 bored over 60 thou. So it's technically a 360 and it's 5.9 liters now. The other shop is working on the crank and the pistons, and the crank's already been worked on. The pistons should be here very soon. The camshaft should be here, lifters, head gaskets, a whole bunch of parts that we're gonna need for this engine. But something that we're not waiting to do is the engine bay. So I'm gonna start gutting this completely, getting rid of everything that's out of the way to make my life easier and the job go smoother. And then we can start prepping it for paint. I'm not a quick change artist. I just did this over the course of a couple days, and I actually just started a new job, which is super exciting, but it puts me at a time crunch, but that's okay because money's good. Anyways, now we're at a point where I can start cleaning the engine bay, scrubbing it down, getting all this dirt off of it, and then we can start painting. It is so nice that I can just push this car around. I know it may not be a big deal for you guys, but the fact that this is officially a rear-wheel drive Prelude. I know we don't have the V8 in there, but this thing is rolling, ready to be a rear-wheel drive V8. That just feels awesome. I'm gonna go over this one more time because it's not 100% clean. I wanna get rid of all that dirt and grime. And then once I go over it one more time, it should be good. And then I'm gonna get a grease and wax remover, spray that, clean it all up. And then I'm gonna use some Scotch-Brite, scuff it all up. And then we can finally paint. So it's Wednesday night right now. Once I get back from work tomorrow, I'm gonna work on this again. And then Friday when I get home, I'm gonna work on it again, and then I'll edit the video and you guys will be watching it right now. It's now day 3 or 4 or something, working on the engine bay. There's a lot that I didn't record because it took such a long time to keep cleaning this thing. Again, I have to clean this in the shop because I can't take it outside. But so far it's coming out pretty good. I'm still working on the firewall right now and all these little crevices here. I'm not so much worried about the strut towers because I'm redoing those eventually. But I have it pretty much cleaned up. It's day 532 of getting the engine bay ready for paint. I absolutely hate prep work. I hate paint. I'm not good at it. It takes a long time. But today we are painting the engine bay. I have cleaned every square inch of this engine bay by hand, and I can finally start taping around the edges and getting everything ready. Scotch-Brite, alcohol spray, and then we're painting. All right guys, so this is a few hours later. I've fully wiped down the entire surface, cleaned it, Scotch-Brite, and then I used alcohol like grease and wax remover. Completely got it down to nothing, ready for paint. Now I'm starting to tape off around the engine bay, and I'm even getting all the little holes that lead into where the coilovers are. So now I just gotta finish doing this side and all the little holes here, and then I'm gonna put a big piece of paper from the inside to block off the transmission tunnel that doesn't exist right now. Remind me to never go through this process again. Well guys, for the purpose of this video, we are done. There's still a bunch of touch-ups that I gotta do, a couple coats here and there. I can see some spots where I missed a little bit, but I'll go over that in the next day or two. But guys, that is so satisfying to look at. I really think it looks good. I'm very happy with how it turned out. But yeah guys, I kind of want to just end the video because it's been like 4 days of me recording. So thank you guys very much, and stay tuned because we're not done yet. We did that for a reason. It's because the engine is getting worked on right now. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell. That's the most important thing. That way when I upload a video, you get notified from YouTube that a new video is up. And then you can watch all the crazy stuff that we're doing in this garage, and you can join me along for the fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.